Welcome to the 805 Post Show. A lot to talk about on day one of Challenger Series action here at the Lexus US Open of Surfing, presented by Pacfico. Men's Challenger Series action, women's Challenger Series action. It was the round of 80 and the round of 48 that got going. Mitchell Salazar with a former top 10 surfer in the world, Rosie Hodge, and former winner here on the pro junior side, Tanner Gradowska. Starting with you, Tanner. Obviously, a lot going on in the shore break in the last few heats. Surfers tended to realize that the shore break was the way to go in the last few. Yeah,
at the end there, it became a really lively situation with them being like 50 to 100 feet off the shoreline, which was really entertaining. But today, throughout the whole day, there was a ton of energy, a lot of great rides, so it was enjoyable to be here.
Rosie, it was one of those days where you either had 2 or 3 waves ridden, and in the last heat combined, we had 40 waves between all 4 women.
Wow. I mean, what a heat total of waves ridden. Just such a flurry of action. We did see, you know, that transfer from the outside onto the inside, people bringing different game plans into effect.
Yeah, and Tanner, as a former champion here yourself, what makes Huntington so complicated on a day like today where there's minimal swell, but of course the tide also rose throughout the day?
Yeah, totally. You have to adapt to the situation at hand. The conditions did change through the day, breaking low tide out the back and then becoming the inside bowl. And you have to be flexible, and you have to be hungry for it and hungry for the change and just execute on the game plan.
Well, let's get our sights set with who advanced into the last round. Out of the last heat of the day, Laura Hopp with AJ.
Speaking of hungry, that is what we saw from the entire field in the last heat. Laura, it was a flurry there in the final few seconds. How did you escape from the pack?
I don't really know because it was super tricky out there. It's like super small, and I was just trying to like be active and try to catch a lot of waves. And yeah, it went my way. I think I was just like lucky to that sack came more to the middle of the beach and got that 4 that I didn't know it was be like a good score. I didn't know what was going on. It's kind of hard to listen yeah, I don't know the name, but it's kind of hard to listen out there. And yeah, super stoked to make it through this round. I was super nervous because when you got on a usual day, you got on the beach and you see the conditions like this, you normally don't surf. And I was just like, okay, let's go. It's a heat is a heat, and that's a win, so.
It absolutely is, and coming into this competition, you're coming in contention. 3rd spot on the Challenger Series. You're in position to be one of those women who qualify for the CT in 2026. How much does winning a heat like this give you confidence going forward?
Yeah, exactly. The first 2 events, I was in the 2nd round, and this one, 3 CTs got in, so I fall to the 1st round, just like Kika. And I was super nervous, especially to see the conditions like this. But I was like, okay, anyways, it's just like to go there and have fun. This was literally a free surf for me. And actually on Sunday, I was in Brazil competing the nationals. So I got here on Monday, and good that yesterday they called off because I have 1 day more to rest. And yeah, super stoked to make it through the next round.
Congratulations, parabéns. Before we let you go, você quer dizer mensagem para o Brasil?
Sim, gente, desculpa por deixar todo mundo nervoso em casa. Tenho certeza que eu deixei, todo mundo quase morrendo do coração, até eu tava lá dentro. Mas é isso, eu tô trabalhando bastante com a minha psicóloga para acreditar em mim mesma até o final da bateria. E deu certo, eu tô super feliz de ter passado.
Parabéns, até amanhã. See you tomorrow.
Thank you, bye.
Valeu, obrigado, AJ. Rosie, she mentioned right there in Portuguese, just as you were touching on a few heats ago, confidence is something she's been working on, especially throughout the last 5 minutes of the heat right there.
It's such a key component to competing, especially out here at Huntington, or as you just travel on the tour, and just recognizing she got here so late with those Brazilian championships. So good to see her through 3rd on the rankings at the moment. We saw some of the top spots falling out of this event so far, so big opportunity for her.
Yeah, and pretty crazy to see a lot of these top seeds in the round of 48 starting in the very first round of the event as well. Well, Tanner, you call the heat number 3 of men's opening round. We saw a big defeat with former semifinalist Josh Kerr going down, and it was this guy, Yago Dominguez, close to 10 points with his heat total. He knocked out both Ryan Huckabee and Josh Kerr.
Yeah, and it was an upset, but Yago's energy was alive and electric today, and he really was looking good, and he definitely got the nod in this heat.
And very springy surfing too, if I might add. Rosie, Josh had a couple of chances, just a couple of threes on the forehand though.
Yeah, it was really tricky this morning, that third heat of the morning, and just chatting to Josh afterwards, he just said, you know what, he tried his best, he tried everything. Sierra Kerr won her heat later on in the day, so he's proud of her, but he's out of the contest for now.
And everybody truly competing in the sense of the word out there, Tanner, use of priority, and then Justin Becret was also able to get second place, but once again, the Basque surfer Dominguez, he looked sharp out there.
You had to compete front to back of every heat you had today. Really couldn't take your foot off the gas. Yago did that really well. He started strong and he finished strong and came away with a win.
So the 2 Europeans advancing out of men's round of 80, heat number 3. And a big performance by the Basque surfer, also the French surfer Becret moving through. Tough to see both Huckabee and Kerr losing out with small numbers, Rosie.
Yeah, and that was just the name of the game, especially in the earlier heats. You did see one surfer kind of run away with it. I think if you got a combined heat total, you know, in the double digits, you're doing pretty well today.
And it did definitely seem like that was the case throughout the day. Same thing in heat number 1 of the women's opening round. A big upset in the making for the winner of the first Challenger Series event over in Newcastle. Talking about Francisca Veselko. She had high expectations of herself competing literally 20 minutes away where she was born in Irvine. But it was Rosas, Leilani McGonagle moving through, Tanner.
Yeah, and again, we saw all of these heats switch and flop on each other because the scores were so tight in that 3 to 5 to 6 range that it was bouncing back and forth. This was a really fun heat to watch and was stoked. Like this ride specifically right here was a nice power gouge. Was definitely a banger for the day.
Yeah, big props to both Lei and Danny. They went out there, found their waves, and once they were 1 and 2 respectively, never looked back, Rosie.
That was a really stacked heat, and for the #1 ranked surfer to find herself in this round of 48 and in such a stacked heat, she got pretty unlucky.
Yeah, and just looking at the way she had a couple at the beginning of the heat, but not able to bounce back in the back end of it, and it seemed like activity wasn't necessarily something that paid off at that point of the day, Tanner.
Yeah, but this is the Challenger Series, right? These are stacked heats. Everybody has to put it on the line every single heat, and you got to ride it all the way to the buzzer just to make sure that you're making it through.
And Peru's Daniella Rosas taking away the victory. Nice to see Costa Rica in the mix too, Rosie. Leilani McGonagle moving through, and unfortunately we lose out the 2 Europeans, Noah Clapp and Francisca Veselko.
They'll be back. They'll get another shot at it in Portugal.
It's going to be home soil as well for Veselko over there.
Yeah.
Medalist, a great way for her to showcase her skills. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's go. It's our Euro Top 5, my favorite moment of the day here in the 8:05 post show. And guess what?
Yes.
It's a stacked one because Tanner, your boy is going to start us off right here on the Euro Top 5 moments of day 1 of the Challenger Series action. That is Kolohe Andino, 12-point heat total with the win.
No leash, no worries. Kolohe came out electrifying today. Stoked to see him doing well. He's had some ups and downs competitively, and it looks like he's just finding that form again, which is always, of course, great to see. It's nostalgic here at the US Open. He's had so many great memories over the years. So hopefully we get another one this year.
A former runner-up, Rosie, right here, Kolohe.
Yeah, and it just seems like his hunger for competing is reignited. And I think when you hit the beach in Huntington, like you said, the nostalgic feelings, the fact that he's living in San Clemente, sleeping in his own bed, driving into the Huntington Beach parking lot, all those familiar feelings come to life.
Number 4, Kauli Vaast, Olympic gold medalist last year, winning his opening round heat. He looked good out there, Tanner.
He looked good. His post-heat interview was amazing. All bummed because Chopu is going off right now, but he's getting the job done, and that's what you have to do. You have to see yourself winning here if you already know you have what it takes on the tour. So it was exciting to see Kauli put it together and keep moving forward.
Especially he missed out on this event last year, Rose. He went and celebrated in Paris.
Oh, and so he should have. He won that Olympic gold. And also to note, the equipment under his feet, all PU equipment. So no epoxies for Kauli. He says that he likes to rely on his own quad strength to generate all that speed and keep the board planing. But yeah, great to see Kauli. Like you said, he was a little bit kind of twisted that he wasn't getting in the Tahiti swell, but he can focus on this event and he's going to be the wild card.
Number 3, it was a big one. Buzzer beater at the end, Tanner. Short break madness. Annette Gonzalez Jaxtabarri advances literally in the dying seconds.
I got to call this heat, and what a treat it was. This was exactly when the conditions changed, and you had to be flexible enough to see there was opportunity right on the shoreline, which she did with that last ride.
Still a teenager, Rosie. Unbelievable what she's been able to do so far.
I love these heats when when they decided on the sand, when the scores gets called out to the surface, because you can just feel the relief and the excitement and the adrenaline as they hear that they've made it through.
Cool moment for the youngster out of the Basque Country. Speaking of the Basque Country, Basque brilliance out there. Adur Amatriain, big heat total, Tanner.
Yes, of course, and this is under the tutelage of Rica and Peru. You're going to see that stiletto backside surfing right there. It was incredible. He came out guns blazing with this turn. Yeah, I believe that was a 7.5, one of the best of the day, right?
Yeah, and on the backhand too, Rosie, fitting in a couple of big turns.
Absolutely ripping, and just noticing it, that board had that yellowish patina to it. He said that he's had this board for over a year, and he only pulls it out now for competition. So
yeah,
he's got a really trusty piece of equipment under his feet.
Shout out to Pukas for the great equipment. Also, Jason Stevenson, he had a lot of heat winners today, including our #1 here on the Euro Top 5, Sierra Kerr. Not only does she win her heat, also with the air reverse, Tanner.
Yeah, and this is the charm of the US Open. It brings those big names around and puts them on the platform to show up and blow up, and that's exactly what Sierra did.
Big heat total right here, Rosie, in control the entire time of the heat, too.
Yeah, just so good to see Sierra just finding that point of difference, that advantage. Dad, Josh Kerr, likes it, and obviously she's sailing her way through to that next round.
So big win for Sierra Kerr, the former World Junior Champion. She did well out there this morning under the tutelage of her father. Well, another big thing to note too, there should be an increase in swell the next few days, which is really exciting for us here in Southern California. Let's check out a Surfline forecast for the next 4 days here at the Lexus US Open of Surfing, presented by Pacfico. Starting with yourself, Tanner, looking at this northwest wind swell, it's carrying throughout the weekend. We do have some ground swell coming through.
Yeah, this could turn out to be really, really good around here. And not necessarily too big, it just is going to be fun. It's going to be more consistent. There's going to be a lot more opportunity for the competitors. I'm not afraid of a little northwest mixed in there. It helps with the current. It can help with the peakiness. And you're seeing right here 3 to 4 foot all day long. We'll take that for the next 3 days.
Variable winds, though, Rosie, in the morning shouldn't be that bad out here at the south side.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. We're going to have those kind of glassy conditions like we've seen be the trend throughout. And then obviously as that land heats up, we see that onshore convection, but I think it's going to be manageable.
Yep. So pretty fun day, #1 of action here at the Challenger Series level. We got basically action going from 7 a.m. onwards here at the Lexus US Open of Surfing, presented by Pacfico. Let's check out the best highlights of day #1. See you guys tomorrow morning.
This copyrighted event broadcast is produced by the World Surf League for broadcast around the world and may not be retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise distributed or used in any form without the written consent of the World Surf League.